My name is Saurabh Khandelwal. I am a diamond expert. I've been working in jewelry industry since 20 years. I've worked in manufacturing, wholesaling and retail sector. Many times people come to me with similar questions, similar challenges, similar problems, or I'll say more of confusions. For example, what is gold price? What are diamonds? What to look in diamonds? What are certified diamonds? And things like that. So friends, I have made a jewelry video series. I'll be taking every topic at a time and I'll be discussing over every topic in detail. After watching these videos, you will be in a better position to buy jewelry and understand what is jewelry and all the aspects of jewelry. So thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for your valuable time. Do subscribe to my channel, do like my videos and share them. Thank you so much.
Hello friends, I'm Saurabh Khandelwal. So today we are going to talk about diamonds. The diamonds are basically graded in 4 C's: the color, clarity, cut and the carat weight. So we're going to take one topic at a time. So today we're going to talk about clarity. So what is clarity, and to understand a better meaning of clarity. So I'll showcase some different clarity grades and I'll be detailing all of them today. So let's start, and first of all we need to understand what exactly clarity means in diamonds. So what does clarity means? Clarity means transparency. Usually clarity constitutes of 2 characteristics. One are internal and other is external. When the diamond is forming naturally, so it might trap something inside its crystal. These are called inclusions. They are all naturally made. Even sometimes blemishes, these are external characteristics. They are also sometimes natural, but most of them are man-made. For example, burn marks. So while polishing or during the cutting process of diamond, it might get some polish marks or burn marks, which are called blemishes. So these are external characteristics of diamonds. They also affect the clarity in diamond. So these two, when graded together, form the clarity grade of diamonds. So let's understand each of them in a little more detail. So usually for grading, the standard magnification used is 10x power. So all the lenses which are used, or when the diamonds are graded, only 10x magnification is used. Though the 20x, 40x, all magnifications are available, but the standard that has been set for grading is 10x. So let's take a glance at the clarity grades. These grades are followed by most of the international reputed renowned laboratories. So let's start with the topmost, which is flawless, FL. The abbreviation is FL. Whenever you will see a certificate, you will see written FL over there. Then comes internal flawless, which is IF. So these 2 grades are the most highest grades available. They have no or zero inclusion at 10x magnification. Then comes the next grade, very slightly included. That is called VVS. So it has 2 grades in it, VVS1 and VVS2. So in this grade, under this grade, you will see very minute inclusion which is not visible by eye. Only an experienced eye can see a VVS1 kind of inclusion. So that means that even under 10x magnification, it is not easy to locate that inclusion. For a normal person, if you're watching under 10x or even 20x magnification, it is a possible chance that you won't be able to locate that inclusion. It actually needs experience and a very trained eye to grade VVS and IFs and FLs. Then comes next grade, very slightly included, or VS1 or VS2. So again, this is a little more included than VVS. Similarly difficult to locate VS inclusions as well under 10x magnification. So you need an experienced or trained eye again, and obviously they will never be visible by naked eye. So then comes slightly included. So this grade of clarity is the most widest one. Reason being, SI clarity is having numerous inclusions. So their placement, where they are placed on the diamond basically, and the relief, how they look, how they appear, and the number of inclusions, all that is decided, and it's graded under SI1, SI2, and sometimes SI3 as well. So some international laboratories do give SI3 grades and some do not. So it's a matter of evaluation again. But in SIs, it might be a case that if you have a very good eye, that you can see an inclusion with naked eye as well, but that's rare. But with the 10x loop, with the 10x magnification, you can easily locate the inclusions. Obviously, you will not be able to locate all of them, but yes, most of them. Then comes the last grade, which is called included, or it has 3 grades: I1, I2 and I3s. In this grade, you can see eye visible inclusions and obvious inclusions under 10x magnification. This grade is still desirable by many people, but when you talk about I2 or I3 grades, these grades are non-desirable because they are heavily included, they are heavy inclusions and multiple inclusions of and remember, inclusions always are of different colors. It could be white, could be black, it could be red, different colors and different inclusions. So these were some clarity grades from highest to the lowest. So we will understand by graphical representation as well how does FL looks and how does I3 looks. So this is the visual of IF, internally flawless. So you can see there is no inclusion at all, and this is basically under 10x magnification. Then you come down to VVS. So you can see some very hairy structure over here, very small hairy structure over here. So these are very, you can see them on a picture because it is very big. But when you see a 1 carat diamond, which is actually very small, so it is obviously hard to find such inclusions. Almost impossible for a normal person to find them even under magnification. Now you can see VVS2, a little bigger inclusion over here and one small inclusion shown over here. So these inclusions are a little bigger than VVS1, but again they are not obvious to naked eye and you cannot easily find them under 10x magnification. Very hard for a person who is not having a very trained eye. So needs a very trained eye to see these inclusions. Then it comes down to VS1. So you can see a little bigger inclusion here and 2, 3, 4 inclusions over here as well. So these inclusions might be sometimes visible under 10x magnification to a normal person as well, but still I think it's more of difficult. But yes, for any trained person or a gemologist or a diamond grader, it's easy to locate them. And same is the VS2. So there is again a slight difference. Again, number of inclusions have increased. It is not that it does not depend on the number of inclusions. Number is not necessary. It depends on how big is the inclusion, what their location is, how do they appear, what the relief is, and how good they look to the eye. So this also factor helps in deciding the grading of clarity. Now we'll take a look at SI grading as well. So you can see a lot of inclusions over here. SI1, sometimes SI1 inclusions are eye visible. If you have a good eye, sometimes you can locate 1 or 2 of them, not all of them obviously, because all of them some are very small, some are big, and you can easily view them under a microscope or under 10x magnification lens. So this is SI2, I1, I2 and I3. You can see I3 is really bad, having multiple inclusions, sometimes fractures, sometimes feathers, crystals, all things are there, and this actually affects the shine, the brilliance of diamond basically. So that's why I2 and I3s are non-desirable, and so people usually buy I1 and better than I1 basically. So depending on your budget, depending on your price pocket, so you can decide on what clarity you wish to go for. But before buying, some facts that we need to understand. So the placement of inclusion is again very important. As I told you, it is not only the number of inclusions, it is the placement which is very important. So if the inclusion is in the center of the table and the relief is high and the visibility is high, then a grader would give a lower grade of clarity in proportion to a piece which has bigger inclusion than, and the inclusion is on the side and the relief is low, visibility is low. So that could be compared. So next factor is blemishes. We're not showcasing blemishes particularly in this video. Blemishes are external characteristics which are caused due to cutting or polishing of diamonds. So sometimes you can see some line structure, linear structure over diamond surface. They are external, they are on the surface, they are not inside the diamond. So until unless it goes inside the diamond, then it will be called as an inclusion, and till it's on the surface, it's called a blemish. So sometimes there are natural marks on diamonds on the girdle area. They are also counted under blemish. They usually have a very low impact on clarity, so we're not going to talk much about them, but just for the sake of knowledge, polish marks, lines and naturals are called blemishes. All the inclusions that are inside diamond are natural, but these days many processes are done on diamonds. So there might be a case that an inclusion has been a man-made, done by man due to some procedure, due to some process, due to some treatment which is done on diamond. So there are different treatments which are done, and we're not covering that treatment part under this video. But if you wish to know anything more about that, you can please comment in the comment box and I will happy to answer that. And it's a standard procedure that you use 10x magnification. Obviously the higher magnifications are available, but as a standard operating procedure under all the laboratories in the world, 10x is the standard used. Diamond size do matter when you're choosing clarity. So for example, you're buying a 1 carat Si2 or Si3 grade diamond, and you're buying a 3 carat Si3 grade or I1 grade diamonds. So in a bigger piece, the inclusions are more visible if they are under the table, because of the size of the diamond. The bigger the diamond, and it's easy to locate an inclusion which is having a high relief. But if the diamond goes small, like 50 pointer or 70 pointer, below a carat or even a carat, it will be really difficult to locate that inclusion in Si3 grades or I1 grades in comparison to a 3 carat diamonds. So diamond size also matters when you're choosing clarity.
This is how a real certificate looks like. This is the carat weight which is mentioned, and then the color is given J and clarity is given Si2. So one thing always remember, that in a solitaire piece, only one certification, only one grading is given in color and clarity. This certificate stands for jewelry. So you can see the color, there are 2 colors given, I and J, and sometimes even 2 clarity grades are also given. Usually 2 grades are given in color grading, I and J, J and K, sometimes even 3 grades. It goes up to 3 grades as well, I, J, K or G, H, I. So that is absolutely normal. So always remember one thing, that as I told you, generally 1 to 2 grades are given for clarity and color when it comes to certification of a diamond jewelry. But when it comes to solitaire, only single grades are given, single color and single clarity, because cut cannot be graded in studded diamonds.
So biggest question is how to choose the right clarity grade, because there are so many grades, and it's actually becomes confusing for a normal person. So let's see the answer. So let's see the answer for this question. So you can simply rely on an eye test. So if you're going for a grade which is like Si2 or Si3 or I1, then you can take a naked eye test. So you can place a diamond with your hand about 10 to 12 inches from your eye, and you just rotate it a little bit. If you can see any inclusion which looks little off color or of black color, or maybe something which is of similar to spider web, then you might know that you have spotted an inclusion. You can avoid that piece. And similarly, you can take this criteria for all the pieces which are below Si2 grades, because above Si2 grades you won't be able to see any naked eye inclusion, that is for sure. So also you can take a brilliance test. So again, hold the diamond in front of your eyes about 10 to 12 inches, and when you rotate the diamond, you will see the play of colors. You will see the brilliance, the light reflecting back to your eye. So if you see that a brilliance is somewhere, it's missing, there is a spot in the brilliance, or somewhere it's like a mirror, or somewhere it's like a black spot where you don't see brilliance coming back. So you might suspect that the clarity of diamond is a little low, that there is something which is blocking the light from coming back from the diamond to your eye. So this is a simple and a very effective test again. And the best and the rest, which holds all the key, is the certification. So always whenever you're buying diamonds which are above or equal to I1 grades, do rely on certification, because the international laboratories that certify diamonds, they hold very good standards. And so you can have the theoretical knowledge. It's always good to have some extra knowledge, but the technical part, the practical part is not possible for a common man. So always rely on certification if you're buying above I1 grades. If you're buying I1 or below grades, then you might not need certification, because then it all comes down to the brilliance test, I suggest. Highest grade, so when you're buying, so it is not important you buy highest grade only. So if you think you're going to buy IF or FL diamond, it's not be the best in terms of value. Reason being, because you need to optimize your buying. So everyone has their own budget, everyone has their pocket sense. So you need to optimize with color and cut in diamonds, because they equally form an important part when you're investing in diamonds. So I mean, because I think diamond is an investment again. Whenever you buy a diamond, meet that balance. Give equal importance to all the three factors: the color, the cut, and the carat. So don't overshoot by thinking that IF and IFL is best, and don't undershoot that I can buy I2 and I3. So go with a medium clarity, maybe VS or maybe SIs. That's actually good value for your money, and optimizing it with the medium color and cuts. Obviously, we'll be discussing color and cuts in a separate video. You can always choose to view them, and if you have any questions regarding clarity, you can simply comment in the comment box. So these are the two major important laboratories which are renowned worldwide for their diamond grading and diamond certifications. So one is IGI, International Gemological Institute, and another is GIA, Gemological Institute of America. These two are the pioneers in this field, and another two are HRD Antwerp Lab and the Antwerp International Gemological Lab. So these four laboratories are the most pioneering laboratories which are known for their work, and they are renowned for their standards in this diamond grading field. This is it, my friends. I hope you must have liked the content, like the information given in this video. If you think something I have left something, or if you have any doubt or any question in your mind, please do let me know. You can send me an email, or you can simply comment in the comment box. I'll be really happy to help it. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please do share and like my videos. Thank you so much for your precious time. I'm Saurabh Khandelwal from Dhanvi Diamonds. Thank you so much. Have a great time. Bye bye.